What's going on, ladies and gentlemen? Welcome into the Rowntree studio. We are back in action for Wildcard Weekend, and we're going to run through every single game on Wildcard Weekend, including the Monday Nighter. And it all gets started on Saturday. It's the Chargers visiting the Texans, the 4th seed versus the 5th seed in the AFC. And I love the Chargers in this spot. I think the NFL has figured out C.J. Stroud. I think that's evident through the second half of the season and his struggles and how defenses have been able to lock down this Texans offense. Furthermore, they're banged up on offense, right? This isn't the same Texans team that we saw last year. This isn't the same team that had the mojo that kind of had everything going for them, right? They were playing free ball, nothing to lose. Now there's some pressure on them and they don't look as good. In turn, the Chargers are a well-coached team. They have Justin Herbert, so accurate with the football, can spread it around. Lad McConkey's out there. Quentin Johnson just went off in their last game played. So I like this Chargers team to go out and win this game. I like them to cover the 2.5 points, and I just think that's the smart place to lay your money. Up next, folks, it's the Saturday Nighter. It's the Steelers visiting the Ravens, an AFC North rivalry game. And this Ravens team, I mean, if you've watched this channel before, you know how bad Lamar Jackson is historically against the Pittsburgh Steelers. However, last time he saw them, he was able to beat them. I think this will be a different Steelers team. Obviously, they've been struggling. They've failed to score over 20 points in 3 of the last 4 games to end the season. And that's not going to do it in the playoff game, especially if you get into a shootout with the Baltimore Ravens, who have Derrick Henry and Lamar Jackson. Now, Zay Flowers is out, so that Baltimore pass attack may be hindered a bit. But Mark Andrews has scored touchdowns in consecutive games leading into the postseason. I don't see how the Ravens are going to be stopped. But if we're looking at this on the point spread, 9.5 points? Are you kidding me? Yeah, I think you got to take those points. I think you got to take those points and run all the way to the bank. I mean, 9.5 points, divisional matchup. These two teams historically play each other very closely. I mean, I think this is kind of one of those games that's going to be like 30-24, something in that range. 6 points, lose by a touchdown. But yeah, a backdoor cover could be a cheeky play here, especially because you know they're going to leave it all on the field. It's win or go home. So even if you're down big late, you're still going to push. So a backdoor cover here with the 9.5 points makes a lot of sense to me. But yeah, I think the Ravens are the obvious pick in that scenario. Moving over to Sunday now, keeping things in the AFC, the 1 p.m. game. It's the Broncos visiting the Bills, and this is 8.5 points. Although I'm more enticed to lay those points with the Bills. However, I'm not going to do that. I do think the Bills will win this game. I think there's a good money line parlay spot if you parlay the Bills, the Chargers, and the Ravens. I think those are 3 teams that should go out and just take care of business. Look, obviously, Bo Nix looks incredible, but it's his first playoff game in a tough atmosphere. I think Sean Payton will have him prepared, an excellent coach. However, I just don't see Nix producing at the same level that we've seen from him the last few weeks. It's not attainable in the playoffs on the road. First playoff start. There's going to be nerves, so I like the Bills to win this game at home. But man, laying 8.5 points, that's just so many points. Those two spreads, the Pittsburgh Ravens game and then the Broncos and Bills, like those 2 games, the spreads are just astronomically wide. Packers at Eagles. Give me the Eagles. The Eagles all day in this one. The Packers are banged up. Jordan Love is banged up. Watson, I think his season's over with a knee injury. So I don't know how the Packers are going to keep pace. And then you're playing a team that has like one of the best rushing attacks in all of football, if not the best rushing attack outside of Baltimore. Saquon Barkley nearly had 2,000 yards. He nearly broke the record this season. He probably would have broke the record if he played Week 18. He decided to rest. It's playoff time. Saquon's going to put the team on his back, and he's going to run all over this Packers team. The Eagles are going to control the clock, and they're just going to win this game. I think they cover the 4 points. I think they look good doing it. I think they can cover even more than 4 points, but 4.5 points, I like that a lot. This Eagles team is 9-3 against the spread in their last 12 games. I have no problem laying 4.5 points with them, and they've covered in 3 straight home games as well. The Commanders at Buccaneers. Give me the Bucs. Yes, give me Baker and the Bucs. I like this matchup. Remember, we get Mike Evans versus Marshawn Lattimore in this one, so that'll be a lot of fun. There's your matchup to watch in this one. But I got to go with Baker Mayfield. I think he's just a dog. I think he's playing well. I think Jaden Daniels, there's going to be a lot of money coming in on this Commanders team. Same thing, right? A rookie quarterback going into a hostile environment. Never a good mixture if you want to have success. So I do think this is the Bucs game to lose. They're at home, 3.5 point favorites. I've been waiting for that line to move to like 2.5 because I do think a lot of public money is going to come in on Washington late because of Jaden Daniels and his heroics. So I'm going to be taking the Buccaneers in this one. I know a lot of people are on Washington because they're the underdogs, so they're taking the points, they're taking the money. Makes sense. However, I do think the pendulum will swing closer to kickoff, and that's when I'm going to pounce on the Buccaneers on a money line spot, hopefully. And maybe I'll parlay them with the Monday nighter. Vikings at Rams, last but not least. I've been waiting to fade this Vikings team for so long, and now I get to do it with this Rams team. Look, the Rams, they had an awful start to the season, but they turned it on to close the year. Now they won the division. I think they're going to go out and they're going to win this game outright. Give me them on the money line, plus 100. Let's go. Lock it in all day. I don't think this Vikings team is that good. I think they're overrated. And Sam Darnold, I mean, when's he going to come back down to earth? If Sam Darnold can keep playing the way that he's been playing through the regular season, then I'm going to look like an idiot. However, I don't see him doing that, and I think the Rams can outscore that Vikings offense. When Puka Nacua, Cooper Kupp, and Kyron Williams are all healthy with Matthew Stafford as your signal caller and field general, you're going to score points, and you're going to give yourself an opportunity to win football games. I think the home field advantage is going to be huge. Give me the Rams. Whose house? Rams' house. All right, folks, make sure you head over to sportstree.ca. Check out all of our best bets and picks for the Wildcard Weekend for all the bowl games. Notre Dame went out and got it done. We have Texas going against OSU tonight, and then some more NFL action through Saturday through Monday. So it's going to be a fun weekend, action-packed. Stay locked into all of our social media channels. I'm Connor Rowntree. Enjoy the football.